Welcome back, my loves. Thank you for being here. If you are new to my channel, my name is Anna and this is ALYBeauty. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, smash that notification button, and go ahead and smash that like button while you're at it, because I know that you're going to like this. This is something that we all need, and this is something that we all do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, so from the title you already know that this is a grooming video. I'm going to show you how I take care of these babies and how I get rid of this bigotazo, because I got little peach fuzz, you know, my little Charlie Chaplin going on. So I always start with a clean face because I feel like it makes me feel better when my face is clean and I'm touching it. Obviously you're going to wash your hands. You don't want to add more grime and nasty stuff into your face. And you are going to pull your hair back. This little thingy right here, I got it at Ulta. It was like $4 and it's so cute. So I usually start with my eyebrows, and for my eyebrows I use these little thingies right here. These are the stencils from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I love these. I love these for when I'm trying to do my eyebrows nicely, you know, not when I'm being a lazy ass and things like this happen. I told you all last time that I think I over tweezed my eyebrows. Gotta fix them up this time. So these retail for about $20 and you get the packet of 5. You can find this at Ulta and Sephora. Go get it, I recommend it. And then along with those stencils, I use the brow pomade and the 7B brush. It's the angled with the spoolie on the end. And sometimes I'll even go in with the Brow Wiz. As far as actual tools, what I use is a tweezer and a pair of brow scissors. Sometimes I'll even use a hand blade. This, I really suggest for you to be careful with this. If you do not have a steady hand, do not use it because you will cut yourself. And then sometimes I'll use wax. This is my beeswax. This is from Gigi. I bought this as a kit on Amazon. It came with the hard wax. It came with some popsicle sticks, all kinds of sizes. Depends on what you're trying to do. So I mainly use this for my peach fuzz, my upper lip. But sometimes like when I'm trying to get it done already, I'll use this like in this top area. I really don't like to use wax in my bottom area of my eyebrow just because it's a lot of tugging, and I already have a wrinkly, droopy eye area, so I don't want to tug more on my skin and add more damage to that area. So I just tweeze lightly. Okay, so the first thing that I start with is always the stencil. So due to the fact that I don't have a standalone mirror that's high enough to where I can do it and show you, I'm going to do it off camera, but then I'll come back and explain to you how I did it, just so that you have a small picture of how I did it. So with the stencils, I'm usually a full to high arch. It just depends on how much I've over tweezed and how much has grown back. But when my eyebrows are at their fullest, I'm usually the full arch. So I'm going to show you here on my shirt. You can see the arch. So that's the full arch. And then you have the high arch. And on it, it has like these little guides. So it shows you how to place them. So I'm going to go ahead and try which one I am right now because I did over tweeze my brow. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? I did this today. I actually did this to my computer. Well, I did this to the case on my laptop, and I thought maybe I should do it to my mirror. Gotta glamify it. But what you do is you place, so there's a line in the beginning of the brow, and you're going to place that to where it kind of aligns with the tip of your nose. Not the end of your nostril, but kind of like the beginning of your nostril, where the bridge of your nose is right here. So you're going to align it there. And you're not going to align it to where your brow begins, because sometimes we have brows that start too far back, so you don't want to align it like that, okay? So for me, I use the high arch, and then I place it on my brow, like so. It might not be perfect right now because I'm not using a mirror. I just kind of want to show you. And then you take your brow pencil and you're just going to dip it into your brow product. It might be your pomade, whatever it is that you use, and you're just going to lightly line the outline that you want of your brow. And anything outside of that line is what that you're going to remove or cut. Now, before you start doing that, you want to make sure that you've done both sides and that both sides are kind of even. Obviously, your brows are never going to be 100% even. Your brows are sisters, they are not twins. Right now, my brows look like cousins and I'm trying to get them to look more like sisters. So always keep that little motto in mind before you go bananas trying to get them to look exactly the same. Some of you are blessed with brows that look almost identical. The rest of us aren't. So those that don't have that blessing in their hands, this is a lifesaver because it helps you get kind of an identical shape every time. And I've noticed that every time I don't do it this way, I just completely mess up my eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera and I will be right back. Alright, so now that I got my section, you notice that I just lined my brows. I really didn't fill in anything. So anything that is outside those lines, whether it be long hair or it just be actual growth, you're going to pluck. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you're plucking eyebrows, obviously you're gonna have that little bit of fallout. So what I like to do is just get the spoolie and pick it up. That way it's not falling all up in my eyes. So I'm just cleaning along the way. Okay, so to cut the hairs, you're going to brush them up first. And anything that comes outside of the line that you drew, you're going to get your scissors and you're going to chop, chop, chop those. Now you're gonna go in back with your spoolie and you're going to brush them up because some of them do tend to go down. And snip, 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 and voila. Now what you can also do, if you have really long brow hairs like moi, you're going to brush them down. And once again, anything that comes outside of that little line that you drew, you're going to snip away. And girl, take the time to learn how to do this because ain't nobody got time to be going and paying $15 every 2 weeks. Or every week, really, at least for me, to be getting my brows done and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Gotta save me some cash, some moolah. All right, so now that the brow is looking bleaky, let's go ahead and continue tweezing. The tweezer is something that's really important. It can't be one of those cheap little tweezers. It has to be something that is sturdy and has enough grip to latch onto the hairs, because I've come across some tweezers that's just like pulling, 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 but it never takes the hair out. And then you also might want to get one of these little two-sided mirrors. I don't actually flip it because then you're going to get blinded with the light. This is the regular side, and then it has a side that has a 10x magnification. So that's really good to help you get in there and look at those little hairs that you might be missing. Okay, so I went ahead and finished tweezing off camera because it was taking way too long. And I wasn't trying to kill my battery. But like I said, you're just going to go around the edge that you created, around that line that you created. And now I am going to go in with my hand blade and I'm just going to clean up the edges up here because I'm a little lazy for that. So I'd rather just blade it out and it's faster to do it that way. Okay, so now that I've cleaned up the edges and just bladed everything out, I actually like doing that because that's a form of dermaplaning as well. So when I remove the hairs like that, that also helps me remove dead skin. I saw a lot of it come off, so that's a really good benefit from doing that. So I know that there's this controversy about shaving, and a lot of women think that when you shave, it's going to make your hairs grow thicker. That's not necessarily true. It's just that when you cut the hair, you're cutting it at the root. So the root is always thicker than the end of the hair. So when it starts to grow back, what you see growing back is the root, and that feels thicker. longer. But as the hair grows, it grows into its shape and it will no longer feel thick like it did when it was grown. So that's just a little fun fact for y'all. So now I'm going to go ahead and clean up these little edges so that my brows don't look crazy. Alright, so now that our eyebrows are looking nice and flaky, ready to do this moustache. I'm going to take this little baby right here. So I've been having it warming up this whole time. It takes a good like 15 to 20 minutes for it to warm up. If you put it on high, and then you want to bring it down to like low or medium so that you don't burn yourself, and you let it sit there for another 5 minutes so it can cool down. So you're going to use a popsicle stick. I like to use the thicker popsicle sticks just because it helps me get more product on at once. And this is actually my boyfriend's favorite part of my grooming because he likes to come and rip off the hard wax, but he won't be doing that today. So I dip the popsicle stick in there and I swish it around, and it's gonna look like this. So I like to let it drip, and as it's dripping, I'll just turn it around so that it can get some air and it dries up a little bit. And then I clean off that back side, and that bit that's left on the top, that's what's gonna go on my face. So I add little by little because this does drip. So you get some on there, and you want to make sure that you kind of stick your tongue under your lip like this so that you can push the hair out and the wax can catch the hair. Okay, so now that you've applied one side, I usually like to do one side and then the other side. I just let it dry, and you want to work it a little bit into the hair, into the skin, so that it really grips the hair, and when you go pull, it doesn't leave any hairs behind. Usually it will leave some hairs behind, but that's why you go in with a tweezer and you just pluck those little hairs out. So I'm just pressing into my skin like this. I know, it looks crazy, but beauty is pain. All right, this is the fun part. Not really, but okay. You get used to the pain after a while, the little rip and pull, but just take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Psych. Whew. All right. 1, 2, 3.
A lot of hairs?
No. Now we're feeling nice and smooth. It's time to move on to the next side. Okay, and then the same thing. You're just going to press in that wax. Make sure that it grabs hold of all those little baby hairs, and you're gonna let it dry. All right, now that it's dry, it's time to 1, 2, 3 pull. 1 to the side. No, I'm not ready. All right, 1, 2. Oh, it hurts. 1, 2, 3, pull. Whew. And then you just go in with your tweezers and pull out any little fella that might have stayed behind. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with my post-wax cooling gel. This stuff is amazing because you feel like this whole area is burning a little bit, so you want to go in with this stuff. So you're going to take that little bit of gel and just pop that onto your upper lip. Oh, feels so good. Okay babes, so now we are done with the grooming of our face. I hope that you all got some nice tips and tricks on how to groom your eyebrows better, on how to take care of that little mustache that we might have. I will link the products that I used down below. If you want to get your hands on this little Gigi beeswax warmer, I got that off of Amazon like I said, and I will leave that link down below if I can find it. But if I can't find the exact same one, there are lots of warmers that you can get. You can get them at Sally's, your local beauty supply, Amazon. Well, obviously the Anastasia brow products that I always use. I can link down below those stencils that I used. And then the hand blade, I got that at Sally's. So you can go to your local beauty supply and you can find one of those. Once again, only if you have a steady hand. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave those down below. Your thoughts, go ahead, leave those down below. If you are new to my channel, like I said previously, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I really don't know what you're waiting for. This is like the best decision that you'll probably make today. So go ahead and get on with it. hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and go ahead and give me a thumbs up while you're at it. Yes. So that is it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.